Chapter 8, A Decision to Make. Ellie looked at the mice and spiders. They were all watching her, waiting to hear what she would decide. Ellie thought hard. They didn't have time to search for the ring and to rescue Vinegar. They'd have to do one or the other. If they searched for Grandma's ring, Vinegar would drown. But if they rescued Vinegar, then Ellie would be a cat for the rest of her life. Ellie looked at Dimple and at all the other mice. She looked at all the spiders who were helping her because Vinegar had asked them to. They were her friends. She'd never had any friends like that helped her, that liked her and helped her before. When she had been a girl, she'd been really selfish and only thought about herself. Vinegar, hang on, Ellie shouted. We're going to get you out. The garden was filled with the sound of all the mice and spiders cheering. Yippee! Hooray! Listen, everyone, Ellie shouted. We'll need some spiders to form a ladder down the well. Then Vinegar can climb up on their backs. The spiders at the top of the well can hold on to the chain of mice to make sure they don't slip. The spiders began slowly but surely climbing over each other. They held onto each other's arms and legs as they made a ladder down the well. Progress was steady but very slow. Ellie, dear, I'm so sorry, Vinegar called out. If I hadn't been so clumsy, then you wouldn't have to do this. Don't be silly, Ellie called down into the well. Her voice echoed back at her. We're not going to leave you down there. Besides, it's smelly. Ellie wrinkled up her cat nose at the slick and slimy stink coming from the well. It smelled like a dustbin full of rotten food. I'm getting a cramp, Vinegar called out. I'd better swim around for a while. Ellie watched. As Ellie watched, Vinegar began to swim around and around in circles. Then Vinegar screamed, I found it! I found it! Found what? Ellie asked. She peered down into the darkness. Vinegar, are you all right? I found the ring, your grandma's wedding ring, Vinegar yelled. I found it. It's jammed between two bricks in the wall. Here, I'll get it out. Be careful, Ellie called down. At last, the ladder of spiders reached down to the water. Vinegar trampled over the other spiders' heads and made it to the top of the well. As Vinegar stepped out onto the well, Ellie saw she had Grandma's ring dangling from her mouth. Vinegar dropped it on the grass by the well. Gosh, that was heavy, Vinegar said. Then slowly and surely the ladder of spiders was pulled up by the chain of mice. We've done it, Ellie cried. We've done it. Ellie beamed, licked up Grandma's ring and put it under her tongue. Grandma will put me back in my proper body now. And not a moment too soon, Dimple said. Look at the sun. It's so low in the sky. We've only got a few minutes, and none of you are going anywhere, Jolly said back from the back door. You can't stop us, Dimple called out. One of us will take the ring and get past you. You can't stop all of us. I can't stop all of you, but I have a few friends with me, Jolly said with a sly smile. Come out, my friends. I'm sure Ellie and the rest would like to see you. Cats and more cats appeared from behind Jolly until they filled the doorway. They climbed up the doorframe. They covered the stairs behind Jolly. They stood ready at Jolly's feet. Let's see if any of you can get past me and all my friends, Jolly said with a smirk. Let's move on to chapter 9, our last chapter.